Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Brie. How's it going? Okay, so this is kind of like a long story about the first time that I got high. It was with my brother and his girlfriend. Let's call her Emma. So I'm gonna try to make this like really short, so that's why I'm gonna be talking kind of fast. But yeah, this is the story time of when I got high for the first time, and it actually wasn't that long ago. It was it was December 23rd. 2019, because it was the day before Christmas Eve. So we went to go visit my sister. I'm actually in her house right now, and she's like out, so I decided to film this, like why not. So she was out, she was with her boyfriend's family, so her house was unoccupied, and our plan, like it was my mom, my grandma, my sister, no, not my sister, my brother and his girlfriend and me, and we were all gonna be spending like what's it called, Christmas here with my sister when she returned like the next day or something. But on Monday, since December 23rd was a Monday, she wasn't there that day, so my brother kind of came up with the plan, and he's like, hey, we should kind of go to our sister's house while she's not here and kind of smoke, drink, get lit or whatever. And I was like, hell yeah, like I'm down, his girlfriend Emma is down. So we're just like, okay, so we made a plan that we were gonna come here when my sister was out of town, like with her boyfriend. We were gonna come here on Monday, and then we were gonna like smoke, chill, get high, and then the next day my mom and my grandma and my sister would get here, and then like we would all be good, it'd be good. But there was this one day that the house was unoccupied, it was alone, like right now. So we were just like, yeah, we're gonna go in and just chill, my sister was cool with it, like we have her house keys and stuff, so we can come in. We let her know that we're gonna be coming here. So, and then we just kind of started smoking, I guess. We ordered some food, we put on a movie on the TV, and we were watching like The Amazing Spider-Man or something. But yeah, so Emma, she had like 2 joints in her car, so we brought those up with us to the apartment. We smoked those. My sister has like a little stash of like weed and like edibles and shit, so we smoked one of her joints, because like she doesn't really smoke, but like her friends give her weed for some reason, but she doesn't really use it. She only uses it for like medicinal reasons. And so we smoked 3 joints and stuff. We were having a good time. We drank some like 805 and shit, which is like really good beer. But yeah, so after that we decided to take an edible, and it was like our first time. Well, okay, so my brother, he was like a fucking stoner in high school, like he was already experienced and shit, like he was good. But it was Emma and my first time taking an edible. So we took, my sister, she has like a packet of 100 milligrams total, but 10 milligrams each. So it was like, it's basically just like for a micro dose. So it's really weak actually, but we took it, and just to, you always want to start small, of course, you always want to start small and stuff. So we just took 1 each, and because of the 3 joints that we had before, it kind of hit us strong. So this was my first time getting high, and like I've never gotten high before, but I was really trying to, because I'll smoke with my friends, and I'll smoke like a lot. I'll take fucking bong rips and shit, and I still don't get high, which is like, I don't know, weird. So I was really excited to get high for the first time, and it was also like in a good environment. I was with my brother, who I trust. It was comfortable, and especially because my sister's house is like, it's really comfortable. We got like a fake fur, like what's it called, blanket. Like I love my sister's house. Like it's so comfortable. It's so like cozy. I just love it. So we smoked 3 joints, then I took an edible, and I was just waiting. I was waiting. It took an hour for it to like actually kick in, but during that hour I was like kind of just waiting to, I was noticing my behavior. I was like, okay, I want to notice at the time that I get high, I want to notice if like I start getting, like if I start feeling it. Really, like I was watching the movie Spider-Man, and all of a sudden, like there's like the TV right here, and then there's a fan right like next to it, And you know, the fan wasn't moving, it wasn't on. But then all of a sudden, I kind of just started like looking at the fan, and it started like moving like this, like kind of like it kind of like moved a little in my mind, of course. And I was like, was it just me or did the fan move? Like, and I was like, okay, I think I'm starting to get high. So I was like confused, but I was like, no, I'm sober, like I'm good. So then I started watching the TV, and like again, like it just started kind of like moving, like kind of like wavy, like the TV just looked like wavy. And I was like, what the hell? Oh, and before this, so my brother's girlfriend Emma, she was on the couch. My brother was on the couch with her, and I was like on the chair that's right next to the couch. Like it's not part of the couch, but it's like a separate chair that's right next to it. And so my brother, he's like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna go take a shower, you know, cool off. So he's like, I'll be right back. And he takes like a pretty quick shower. So he left, and literally right after he left, that's when I started seeing like the fan kind of move and like the TV kind of like move weirdly. Of course, it was just me. And then so I was like, oh, all of a sudden I felt like this like really hot like surge in my chest, like all over here. Like I just felt like a really warm sensation, like all of a sudden, almost kind of like heartburn, but like it didn't hurt. It just like suddenly, like it just felt really, really warm. And I was like, what the hell? And I was like that. I don't know why I sighed like that, but I just kind of like, I took a deep breath, and I was like, huh, like interesting. So then I got off the chair, and I started like walking right here, like in front of the couch. And Emma, she was kind of like dozing off, she was kind of sleeping, and I was just kind of like walking back and forth like in the small space in front of the couch. And then she woke up, and she's like, hey, do you feel that? And she was talking about, you know, feeling high. And I was like, yeah, I think we're kind of high. And I swear, dude, okay, let me just say that time goes by real fucking different. In reality, if like maybe 2 minutes go by, but then when you're high, it feels like 10 minutes went by. You know, it feels like a long time. What's it called? Like Emma woke up, we were kind of questioning ourselves. We were like, are we high? Like I don't really know. Like we just started like we just looked dumb as fuck, you know. And she got up, and she's like, hey, feel my chest, you know, feel my chest, because my heart is beating really fast. And her heart, she kept saying that like her heart was beating really fast, and felt like her heart was gonna like beat out of her chest. But really, when I felt it, I was like, I felt her heart, and I was like, it didn't feel like it was pumping fast. Like it really didn't feel like it was pumping fast. It just felt like it was beating normal. But I don't know why the fuck I agreed with her. I was like, oh yeah, you know, your heart's beating really fast. It's beating really fast, but it really wasn't. And I don't know why I told her it was beating fast if it really wasn't. But I just went with it. And so it felt like 10 minutes went by, and literally me and Emma went into the bathroom where my brother was, and we heard the shower going on, and we like knocked on the door, and she's like, hey, like, can you come out? You know, it's my brother. And my brother at this point, because he told us later, he was like, he was worried that we were gonna have a bad trip, because he was like, oh, like they're probably already high. Well, the moment that we knocked on the door, he was like, oh, they're probably high, you know, because he's the experienced one. So he like opened the door, and oh, actually no, before that he was like, what? Like, I'm barely getting in the shower. And we were like, what? Like, you're barely getting in the shower? We thought you just finished showering, because it felt like 10 minutes went by. And we were like, oh, like it felt like 10 minutes went by, but really it was like 2 minutes, and he was barely getting in the shower. So we were like, oh, well, can you come out? And he went out, he didn't shower, and then he looked at us, and we looked at each other, and we were like, we're kind of feeling it. We were telling him our symptoms. We were like, yeah, you know, my heart feels fast or whatever. And he's like, you're high. And we were like, no, we're not. And he just looked at us, and he's like, you're high. And me and Emma literally just looked at him for like a minute, and then we looked at each other, like, this is me, this is Emma. We like turned to face each other. We looked at each other for another minute, and then we were just like, oh, like all fucking stupid. But we were just like, oh, and we just fell to the, actually no, not even me, just Emma. Like, we just started like laughing and like we were just like, what the hell? And we kind of like fell to the ground, and then Emma was just lying on the ground. She was just like this, you know, like on the ground, and we're just like, oh right, I don't know. It was our first time. We were acting hella stupid. Also, I'm gonna include some videos and photos of, you know, stuff like that. So it might be in the beginning, I might have already put some videos or something, but yeah, I'm gonna just include like pictures and videos because it was really funny, and just like the whole thing was so like, it was hella stupid, and it was just it was a good time, you know. The next morning it felt okay. We went to sleep at like what, 11:40, maybe midnight, and I wanted to like try to stay up the whole night just to see how like I was gonna do, but my brother recommended that you just like go to sleep, you know, you'll have a really good night's sleep. But yeah, the best thing you can do is to not pull an all-nighter, but to just go ahead and sleep it off until the morning. Next morning we went to McDonald's to get breakfast, and we were still feeling it. We were just like we were functional, but we were just like, I don't know, like you just feel like really light the next day, like really like light and like content, and like you feel like a fucking feather, you know. So yeah, and then we were just high the next day, like the entire day we were functional, but we just felt like you could still tell that you were coming down a little. But it was really fun because we just like we chilled, we watched movies and stuff on the TV, and that's pretty much all we did. And then the next day, that's when we went to the Grove and took, you know, another one, and it was just the microdose. So because the day before, no, on Monday the 23rd, we smoked 3 joints before we took the edible, it kind of hit us hard. So like it kind of like, it made us definitely like confused and like woozy, and like things just kind of like looked wavy and shit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It was really fun. Like I'm really glad that my first time was with my brother, because you know, I trust him completely and stuff. And also he's just like, I'm really glad I was in a safe environment. If you get high for the first time, if you're doing drugs or something, always make sure with someone that you trust, and that you, like a family member or best friend or something, because it's really important. You don't want to have a bad experience. At some point I started low-key tripping, because like my brother was really worried that we were gonna have like a bad experience, because we all had like anxiety and shit. So anxiety plus weed, like it sometimes isn't the best combination. And he was worried that like we were gonna like trip out and start having like a panic attack and stuff, like anxiety attack and stuff. So thankfully we didn't. It was a good time. If you start feeling anxious, if it's your first time, like, you know, getting high, just sit back, relax, eat some snacks, drink some water. That's what I did. I just started like drinking water, you know, because dude, like my mouth felt so dry at times. Like it literally felt like the fucking desert. Like I couldn't even feel my mouth. Like I dead ass couldn't feel my mouth at times, and then other times it felt like it wasn't even there, and I just kept like licking my lips. I was like I can't tell if my lips are even there, you know. So just drink some water, relax. The best thing you can do is try to like not try to go against it, and don't try to like suddenly, because like when you take edibles, like it's gonna take a while for it to get out of your system. So the best thing you can do is just relax, sit on the couch, lay on your bed, watch TV. Like that's what calms me down, you know, like watch TV. Don't try to fight it. Just let it in, just feel it, you know, just go with the vibe. Definitely just the best tips I could recommend. So but yeah, it was a really good experience, you know, like it was fun. I had a good time, and I mean, I wasn't freaking out or anything. At one point I low-key did kind of freak out. I was like, okay, I think I want to get off, but you can't get off because it's edibles, you know, it lasts a while. So but like I just let it sink in. I just relaxed and watched TV and stuff, and then I went to sleep next like at midnight, and then it was all good the next day. So yeah, 10 out of 10, definitely recommend. It was just really funny, dude. I kept thinking I was sober. Like I kept trying to convince myself that I was fucking sober. I was like, no, I'm not high, I'm sober. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give this a thumbs up, and like and subscribe. Share with a friend if you have one. I don't know, but you should subscribe and like this video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you'll stay tuned for my next video. Bye.